Jacksonville Jaguars fans, welcome into Duval Daily, presented by GenJag.com. I'm Jordan DeLuga. Thanks so much for being here. Tuesday, August 14th. Your Jacksonville Jaguars, they've been busy. Not only on the field, they're 4-2 on the season. Obviously, coming off a loss, everybody's all doom and gloom. But they're 4-2 on the season. They're in a really good position to keep competing. They got good coaching on both sides. They have a lot of talent on both sides of the football. But I don't think the Jaguars are done acquiring talent, even after trading for Greg Newsome last week, as well as getting that pick swap. That's a big pick swap that kind of a lot of people sweep under the rug. But that's going to be a late 7th round pick in all likelihood, with the Philadelphia Eagles pick going over to the Browns, and a early 6th round pick with the Jets pick from the Browns going to the Jaguars, right? That's a lot of picks. I mean, in between the beginning of the 6th round and end of the 7th round. So that's almost like a late 5th versus a late 7th type of deal. Like that's a big deal, I think. But James Gladstone's been busy, not only making trades, all year, ever since he got here, adding players, subtracting, etc. He's been moving some cap space around, moving some money around a little bit here recently, according to Spot Rack. So we're going to dive into that. Are the Jaguars on the verge of making a blockbuster deal? I don't know, but they are certainly, at the very least, making preparations for adding more salary cap to the cap, right? For adding more money to the cap. They're making preparations for potentially needing to have more cap space. Are they going to make a big trade? Maybe. Looks like they're preparing to do that. Where there's smoke, there's fire. And there's a lot of smoke, it looks like, coming out of the Miller Electric Center. Well, they're actually in London right now, getting ready to take on the Rams. Again, they're 4-2. They're in a good spot. And I don't think that there's kind of this sentiment that they have to make a trade to be competitive. I think that they have to make a trade, or they don't even have to. I think that the best possible version of the team in 2025 probably does include a trade for somebody who can make more of an impact on the defensive front. I think that's fair. Shoot, I mean, I could see a trade for a safety too. But where everybody's talking about, Rapshi and Garofolo and some others, is the defensive front. They're saying the Jaguars might not be done making trades. They're saying the Jaguars, are potentially interested in adding to the defensive front. And so, again, Spot Rack, a couple days ago, Saturday, I believe it was, reported a couple different money or cap saving moves, and then another one just happened earlier this morning. So we're going to dive into that. Again, really appreciate y'all being here. So the Jaguars on Saturday, converted $5.3 million of Walker Little's base salary into signing bonus, adding 2 void years, creating $4.2 million of cap space. That in and of itself, you could have said, well, they're up against it and they want to create more room after, the Tyson Campbell and Greg Newsome stuff that cost them some dead cap. So they just wanted to create more room. But no, they were not done. The Jaguars also converted $2.4 million of De'Ami Brown's base salary into signing bonus, adding 4 void years, creating $1.9 million of cap space. And you're like, geez, look at all these void years. These are void years that are going to be like basically almost negligible, especially when you consider the rising cap. The void years are going to be so small in terms of the actual number attached to that void year. And a void year is literally just a year that you're paying on that contract after the contract is over, right? So again, adding 2 void years, creating $4.2 million of cap space, you're probably talking about during one of those void years paying like $2 million against the cap, and the second one, same thing. So like as their cap rises, these numbers are really negligible, especially when you talk about converting De'Ami Brown, $2.4 million of De'Ami Brown's base salary into signing bonus, adding 4 void years. Adding 4 void years on that amount of money, again, is basically nothing. And then an even bigger one, the Jaguars today, according to Spot Rack, converted $8.8 million of cornerback Greg Newsome's salary into signing bonus, adding 4 void years, creating $7 million of cap space. Again, not going to be these huge void year cap hits, but it is creating space. And Spot Rack now also reports that Jax has around $12 million of room to work with as they head towards that 11-4 trade deadline. So again, you're hearing multiple reports about the Jaguars potentially being interested in trading. You're seeing them creating cap space. And one thing to keep in mind too is, let's say they want to trade for X player who just, for the sake of an argument, has like $20 million cap hit in 2025. Well, they only have $12 million in cap space. How can they do that? They can also take that player and create cap space by adding void years and converting salary into a signing bonus. So like they can continue to do this without having major cap ramifications long term, because these little void years are going to be so negligible and small in all likelihood. So it really does appear that James Gladstone is gearing up for something big. We looked yesterday at a lot of the defensive tackle trades potentially that they could make, and there's some big name trades they could try to make, some big splashes. I mean, the Titans obviously just fired their head coach, and Bill Callahan is going along with his son. Who knows what they want to do with Jeffrey Simmons? I mean, I would be... I'm the Titans. There's no way I'm trading Jeffrey Simmons to the Jaguars, but who knows? There's the Jets, who are 0-6, I think. Quinnen Williams is an expensive player. Maybe they want to hit a hard reset, a soft reset, whatever. Maybe, I don't know. But then you've also got other teams like the Bears, who Thriller last night got the job done at the end. They've got Gervon Dexter, who, Dilla talked about, and he's a really good young pass rusher. There's some other guys out there. One of y'all mentioned Malik Collins, and he certainly could fit the bill as a interior pass rush specialist for the Jaguars. I don't know what they're going to do. I really don't. And everybody's just kind of saying it's going to be defensive tackle or some form of defensive line. It's possible they could swing multiple trades. It's possible they could be looking elsewhere. I mean, who knows at this point? James Gladstone is not going to shy away from making a big move if he thinks it can help get the Jaguars over the top in 2025. And again, you go back to what he said, I'm going to pull it up, about the trade for Greg Newsome. And he did not mince words at all. Let's see here. He said, "We are trying to win football games now, and Greg helps us do that, as his skill set is a strong fit for our defensive scheme, which puts more vision on the quarterback and will lean on Greg's ability to find the football. We will continue to be aggressive to make us the best possible team this season." I mean, James Gladstone basically just told you they're not done. And everything he is doing action-wise is showing you that they're not done. And everything that is being reported is showing you that he is not done. I'm excited to see what happens. I really am. I can't wait to see what potential moves they make. One, maybe big one, maybe a couple. I don't know. James Gladstone has me excited to, kind of check the notifications all the time to see what the heck's going on. So are they going to make a move while they're in London? Who knows? Maybe it's over the bye week. You get a guy in maybe early next week, and you're able to have a little extra period getting them acclimated. Who knows? But the trade deadline is November 4th. I've never been this excited about the Jaguars and their ability to just improve their football team in a quick, short, aggressive burst. Let me know what y'all think in the comment section below. If you enjoyed the content, please like and subscribe. Y'all have a good one.